hope your vibes are immaculate today. I'm AG, your host, owner, CEO, director, manager, and all that. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. I appreciate all of you for listening. And man, yes, Dallas forces a Game 7 with a Game 6 win at home, 113-86. Mavs take down the Suns, man. Just basically reverse fashion of Game 5. Like how the Suns came out and handled things. Now the Mavs came out this game, basically handled things. We stepped up. Like I said, just played aggressively and stepped up defensively, playing physical ball. And then we just forced them to a whole bunch of turnovers. And we made our shots tonight. And guess what? When we do those type of things, man, good things happen for us when we get these dubs. And these dubs feel so good. It was a big win. Our largest lead of the game was 27, man. That's so crazy. Mavs killer in this game. I guess I can go through the notes real quick, man. Awesome victory. Hope all of y'all are feeling good. Luka was killer tonight. Let me just go ahead and go over the box score, man. Luka was killer. Definitely Luka Magic game. He was player of the game. He gets the game ball. Maybe along with Reggie, who kind of stepped up. I think they said he had his playoff career high, with 19 points tonight. So that's pretty good to get a contribution from him like that. But really, it was Luka Magic. He stole the show. 33 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and a win-or-go-home scenario. Game 6 comes out, balls out. Like a real hooper. Got a consistent play from Brunson, which is what we needed. 6 of 14 from the field. 0 of 3 from 3, but it's okay. But 6 of 6 from the line. Also, Luka, I didn't mention his free throws. He was 9 of 14 from the line. Struggled a little bit, but hey, the 14 attempts are good to see. I have confidence that he's gonna get that the free throw thing down right. He's gonna make sure he's got that right for the next game. But hopefully, he stays attacking and gets up at least like 14 attempts again. That would be amazing. But efficient shooting for Luka, back to 11 of 26, 2 of 8 from 3. So good night from him. Luka Magic show. Brunson had the actual highest plus or minus for the game because he was doing really good on both ends, to be honest. Because Brunson, as I said, 6 of 14 shooting, so pretty solid. 18 points, good. Rebound, 2 assists, 3 steals. Also, Luka had 4 steals. They were all over the place, and also, oh wow. Luka, 1 turnover in his 35 minutes. Jalen Brunson, 35 minutes, 0 turnovers. That's what we want to see. Our whole starting lineup, out of all our starters, Luka's the only one that had a turnover. He only had 1 the whole game. So that's great to see. As I said, the stats basically of this game are 3-point field goals, which the Mavs made 16, and the Suns only made 6. And, they were 6 of 18. We were 16 of 39. So almost 40 attempts from the threes. That's good. So we're getting those attempts up. And then the other stat of the game is the turnovers, man. We had 7 turnovers to their 22. They had 22 turnovers. Crazy. We really went in and made things dirty, got physical with them. Were the aggressors on offense and defense. That's the big thing, being aggressors on defense. Because then whenever we're so aggressive and we're hype on defense, everybody's clicking, running where they're supposed to. Good defense turns into great offense because we get steals, deflections, off a miss. It's all of a sudden, a long miss, then it's a transition bucket. There's this team plays well whenever we're just aggressive and physical on the defensive end, and it makes everything else works better. Makes those open shots feel much better on the offensive side once these guys get the shot, because they're working so hard on defense. Like, yeah, man, get them their shots. Dodo didn't shoot a whole lot. He only had 3 attempts from 3. But Reggie, though, 7 of 15, 5 of 11 from the 3. 19 points. He had 7 rebounds, 2 to go along with that, 2 steals. Dodo had 4 points, but of course he does everything else. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, had a steal, 5 fouls, but great defense on everyone. So did Reggie. I want to shout out Reggie. I got in my notes about Reggie playing great defense. At first he wasn't really. He was kind of struggling a little bit against Booker at the beginning, but honestly he came back and did pretty well for the Mavs. finish strong at least, especially when we had that little injury scare with him. Didn't know about last game when he bumped his knee, but looks like he's all right. Played 40 minutes, so that's good. Good to see we won with Dodo only playing 25 minutes. He only played 25 minutes, but Mavs were able to still get the victory, so that's good to see. That we only got 25 minutes for him when he's usually playing 40, and we still came out with the victory. And because Dodo got a little foul trouble, didn't need him to come back, but that's good. Let him get enough rest because we're definitely gonna need at least 40 minutes from him. Game 7, everybody's gonna be playing, important minutes, long big minutes. So got to definitely get him rest and ready for that. Dwight Powell was actually a little bit of a factor, 8 points. I was hoping they would get him a little bit more involved. His minutes been going down the whole series, and then he finally jumped back up to 17 minutes tonight. But did pretty well. Honestly, got a oop. I think I got a pass inside. I don't know if he got 2 oops or I know he got 1 oop for sure from Luka on a great breakdown. So, but he did really well, especially on the defensive end. He held his own, was hustling, did everything. He had 2 block shots. He had a chase down block where somebody else was at the beginning. Dwight had a nice little shot block. Actually, that might have been at the third once I go through the quarter. But good stuff from all the Mavs. Going through the bench. Maxey hit 3 threes, 9 points. Showed up for rebounds, 2 assists. He showed up, hit it. His 3 threes in the game were big. We needed him to knock down shots, at least 3. That's good enough. And the other big one, Spencer Dinwiddie, had himself a game, man. 5 of 7, all threes. His attempts, all threes tonight. Made 5 threes out of 7 attempts. Was on fuego tonight. 15 points. Definitely needed 1 rebound, 3 assists. Now, a lot of the times, though, he's taking these shots. It feels like he's kind of baiting the defense, not attacking. But honestly, tonight it was in the flow of the offense. Honestly, the defenders were backing up because, honestly, if you look at his shooting percentages, you kind of want him to shoot. So they were backing up off, especially like I remember when he in the second half, when he got the ball, they set a screen for him. He comes off the screen and hits one of his threes. That defender, the center guarding, whoever set the pick, was very drop coverage, very far back. So, yeah, he's just going to pull up, make them pay. They're going to dare him to shoot. He's got to make them pay for it, especially, with that confidence. And I'm glad he had a game like this because I hope this carries over into Game 7 and we get some good stuff from him. Hopefully not all 3-point attempts. I definitely want to see him mix it up and drive to the basket and whatnot. And another sneaky big player, 21 minutes, Frank Ntilikina, man. Big minutes, man. He didn't score at all, but his defense was felt. He had he had a rebound, 2 assists, but get this, 4 steals, man. He was doing great things. 1 block, had 2 turnovers, but that's all right. He was still +9, man. He was great off the bench, like defensively, just being a hound out there, like on everybody. Chris Paul all over him, all over Devin Booker, man. Like, him being, I think he's only like 6. Was he 6? I'm clicking on. Hold on. 6'3", 6'4"? He's 6'4", but he's got like a 7'1" wingspan. So even if he gets a little bit behind on a screen and someone's trying to put up a shot, like his arms are so long, like he can still reach out and get a great contest because he's usually pretty good about fighting over screens, and he's playing very smart defense to give him credit, man. He's earned a spot into the rotation. Of course, he's taking Josh Green's minutes, who didn't look, honestly, he just didn't look ready in this series. And Frank actually stepped up and has done very well, especially when all he has to do is we just need him to play great defense and just not turn it over, or, just not make a dumb mistake on offense, just kind of, not get in the way on offense, essentially. And he's done that. He's essentially done that, and that's what we need. Help spells minutes for, all the guards, Brunson, Luka, and Spencer whenever he comes in the game, or even sometimes for Reggie or Dodo at the 3. Whenever they have 2 other guards out there with them or whatever. And, when he's in the game, he's doing good things for the Mavs. So that's good to see. Now let me get into the game notes real quick. First quarter, it was a close game. I'm trying to look up the end of the score. I'm trying to get on my other side of the notes real quick. All right, pull them up. All right. Yeah, it was a somewhat close game. It was 20. We had a 3-point lead going into the first half. You couldn't say we looked. It was we were super confident. I'll say that. because it was starting off. Luka was being aggressive with his stuff. His shot wasn't really falling, but he still finished the quarter with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. But the shooting was, us getting the lead without shooting well in the first quarter. Because end of the first quarter, man, Mavs were shooting only 41% from the field and 36% from three, compared to Phoenix shooting 56% from the field and 100%, because I only took 1 3 and made it from three. So despite us losing that battle, like, we honestly did well holding our own. Honestly, us leading at the end of the first was a good sign. That was showing that we weren't even shooting well, and we were still, had the lead. And they had 4 turnovers in the first quarter compared to us 0. And the only one really scoring for them was Booker. And he was getting his shots, man. He was blown by Reggie sometimes. I was like, Reggie, what are you doing? Luckily, they turned up the defense, but Reggie's defense in the first quarter was not something to for us to be proud of. But he definitely picked it up, and that's what Reggie does. I know the confidence usually it'll build. Let him. It's all right. Like he's just he's a veteran, so he knows, like, it's not to get his head down after, one bad quarter or anything like that. So, and that's what I like about him. We need that on our squad. And Booker was basically, as I said, the only one really leading them, scoring. I had 11 points. And throughout this game, man, honestly, Aiden, what did he finish with? I want to make the thing about Aiden. Aiden finished with 21 points, 11 rebounds. But honestly, he should have probably had more than that. He had 6 missed shots. Seemed like a little bit more, but his 6 missed shots were just kind of ugly, to be honest. He had like a little sneaky 20-point game, but he was basically getting all the we're basically forcing the Mavs are basically forcing the Suns to take, especially starting in the second quarter. That leads me into the second quarter, talking about Ayton, and taking the tough shots. And tough shots, I mean, by running the Suns off the three and containing inside, unless, if they get it to Ayton, which they were smart enough to switch it, give it to Ayton. He was usually able to take advantage if he was deep enough in the block. Whenever we can get him outside, kind of a little bit further out from the paint, then we had a little bit more success. But whenever he got a little bit too close or whatever, he kind of finished. But we did good, not fouling. Hey, man, let him kind of eat, and then we kind of worry about everybody else on the perimeter. And I think that's the plan going forward. That's pretty good for the Mavs. As long as we're playing, aggressive defense and we're running, hitting these right rotations like we started to in the second quarter, because we were really forcing the Suns into tough shots, like I said, and we were switching, and Maxey had solid defense on a CP3 switch at one point in the second quarter. It was awesome to see, because Maxey's a really underrated defender. People think, when they get especially other teams, you see them get a switch on Maxey, and they think like, oh man, we got a big man on me, he's cooked. But Maxey's a great perimeter defender, along with a post defender. He's a great perimeter defender. Can move his feet. As seen, I mean, he was a guy we were putting on Kawhi Leonard, and it was helping guard him. Of course, Kawhi is really great, but I mean, he's a guy that can at least stay in front of a guy like that. So yeah, Maxey's had solid defense. Wanted to give him a little shout out. And also the second Mavs just started picking it up and went on a fucking huge run in the last 6 minutes of this game. This quarter, Jalen Brunson was attacking. Reggie Bullock, hold on, I don't want to misquote before I say this. Reggie had 2 points in the first quarter. He finishes the first half with 13. So he had 11 points in the second quarter, man. Let me see how many Brunson had 4 in the first, so he had 6 points in the second quarter. And he was attacking. He was doing good. It was what we want to see. It was Pitbull Brunson tonight. He was attacking. Reggie was big, had some big threes in there, and we finished the last 6 minutes on a 19-6 run to close out the quarter. And Booker was scoreless in the second quarter. CP3 only had 5 points in the quarter. Mavs were just kind of piling it on that 19-6 run at the end of the half, and that really kind of basically pushed us to the end of this game, because then we come out the third and kind of finish, keep the lead and finish things off in the fourth. But that run in the end of the second quarter really just propelled this whole rest of the game into this kind of blowout win that we got tonight. And in the third quarter, the very beginning, within the first minute, that's what I was talking about Dwight Powell earlier. He got a oop, and then he gets a swat on defense, a nice block on playing help defense within the first minute. So I wrote that note down, give him his props because he played a little bit better tonight. Hasn't been effective at all in this series really, and tonight he kind of was. So, good to see. And then JB was bullying Book. One of my homeboys, Chris Torres, texted me, and he was like, yeah, he's bullying Book. And I was like, hell yeah, he is. Pitbull Brunson is here tonight. Hopefully we'll see all this stuff carry over. I'll get into that a little bit later. But, he was definitely bullying Book, driving to the lane, making it tough for him, using that shoulder, using his moves. He's very crafty. So once he gets the defender a little bit off balance, he's able to counter move and make quick decisions and make the right decision. Especially playing with Luka, like you just learn from that. And I think that's also been a kind of an underrated thing with JB is a great player on his own, but also being with another player like Luka and learning. Because we know, Luka's like superstar, top 5 in the league type shit. But so for JB to be growing with him and learning all these little post moves with. That Luka has and stuff, kind of those little inside moves. It's awesome to see JB just kind of just his growth and him doing this type of stuff now. And he showed up tonight and played efficient for us. Luka had 2 drive and dunks. With the second one came around with 5 minutes left in the quarter. But in that first half of the third quarter, Luka had 2 drive and dunks. I mean, that should explain how the defense was playing. They're just giving up open lane, Luka drive dunks. Yeah, man, it's just not a good night for the Suns. Whenever he gets, whenever Luka gets a dunk, man, it's awesome to see. And it wasn't even like a entrapment. They were just, once he got past the first defender, it was like the C's party. He had wide open lane on both of those. Again, the third. We kept the defense up, and it was turning into offense like it should. The whole phrase is true. Defense turned into offense. They did that. Spencer's shooting was on fire in the third. Let me see how many he made, because he had 2 threes in the first half. It was like, oh hell yeah, we're getting contributions from him and 2 threes from Klebe off the bench. So we're getting some bench points in the first half. In the third, let me see. In the third, he had made 2 more threes. So yeah, he had 2 threes in the third. So that stuff really helps. We needed our bench to kind of step, especially with the starters playing like this, playing well. We just need small but good contributions from the bench, and that's what we got tonight. Especially Spencer got hot, and then Kleber's efficient 3 or 4, or 3 of 5 if he finished or whatever from 3. Really good stuff. Mavs in the third quarter up 22, man. And Frank, I put a note in there. Frank's defense has been outstanding. As I said, Frank Ntilikina, man, just come on. Has taken Josh Green's minutes and has played so well for the Mavericks. Just hounding on defense, just doing what he do best. He doesn't have to do too much. Doesn't have to be a ball handler, dribbler, initiate offense, do any of that. All he has to do is just play really hard defense, and on offense just not get in the way. And just be ready to shoot, to be honest. Like on offense, all he has to do is just, get one of the corners or whatever and just be ready to shoot, because usually Spencer, Brunson, or Luka will have the ball elsewhere, making the play happen. And he's coming, he's done his thing, and give him credit for that. Hopefully he comes out and maybe hits some threes for us too. Love to see him, after he's been playing such great defense, to be able to benefit from a really good offensive game too. Just kind of catch fire, hit like 3 or 4 threes for us. That would be awesome to see. Maybe Game 7. Who knows, man? Game 7, man. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. In the fourth, no thing really that happened. Mavericks wrote down that the challenge. Luka's 5th foul. It was successful. Mavericks got lucky there. They got it. We went back to 4 fouls, but honestly, they kind of got lucky because he kind of got a little bit of body right there. He kind of go both ways, but he did keep his hand up the whole time. But hey, man, it is what it is. We're already up by. It wouldn't have mattered really. We're already up by so much at that point. Leave Luka in there. I don't even think he picked up another foul. Let me see. I don't think he picked up another foul. Yeah, he would have stayed in anyway. He didn't pick up anything the rest of the way. A little bit later on, though, he was posted up CP3, and you got to love that, man. Just making the defenders worry. Basically, they were trying to pick on Luka, like offensively. We just got to pick on their guys, and we were doing that. We were picking out CP3 if we can get him in the post. We were picking out Devin Booker if we can get him. We were picking out Shamit if we can get him. So the Mavs did a really good job tonight. And we were in the lead so much that we got some late game Boban minutes, man. How great is that to see Boban get on in there and make 2 free throws, get fouled, get some playoff buckets in there. That's awesome. Everybody loves us some Boban time, some Boban minutes. So, but yeah, man, that's basically the summary of the game. That was, Mavericks close the quarter and win, 113-86 in blowout fashion. Just awesome to see. In the second quarter, it was 32-20 in that quarter. The Mavs 32-20. Of course, as I said, we finished it on a 19-6 run, but in the whole quarter, it was a 32-20 quarter. And then we continued in third, put another 30-point quarter, 34 points. Phoenix put up 27, but again, we put in 30 quarters. That's really good, and only holding them to at least 20 something. So, hey, we win the quarter. So, and we end up winning the game, man. The turnover battle, as I said, Phoenix finished with 22 turnovers to our 7 turnovers, Field goal percentage, we actually ended up shooting a higher field goal percentage, 45% than them, 39. And we shot that better 3-point percentage, 41-33. We hit 16 threes. I'll say it again, 16 threes tonight compared to their 6. So that just showed we were running them off their 3-point attempts. They like to make basically the same stuff as like our offense, like either go and get in the paint or kick it out for threes. And then of course in the close of time they got CP3 and Booker to hit some mid-range jumpers and whatnot, kind of close it out. And we basically ran them off the threes and made it tough to try and get in the paint. So of course they had to take a bunch of tough middies in this game. And that was really the difference, and they made CP3 really a non-factor, man. It's crazy to see CP3, but man, he was held to he hit 2 threes like late in the game, I think, but he was 13 points, only 4 assists, 4-7 shooting, 5 turnovers, 5 fouls. Just not good stuff. Booker, he ended up finishing the game only with 19 points. He had 11 the first, only 9 the rest of the whole game. He didn't have any in the second quarter. I have to go look at. Let me see. Did he score in the third? Let's see how much he scored in the third. Sorry, on the fly looking. He scored 4 in the third. So that means he only scored 4 in the fourth. So, yeah, not 8 points the second half. Not, obviously not ideal, what they want. But we held him 6-17 shooting, 0-4 from 3. That's good. We got up in them, made them have to, rely and do other things that they're not really comfortable doing. And this is what happens. They definitely put more Torrey Craig minutes in there to try and guard Luka. And Luka, towards the end of the end of the fourth, or in the fourth, or is it third? Craig fouls him when Luka drives the basket. It's all over him, and Luka just like throws him off like a rag doll, man. It's so crazy to see. Like, you forget how strong, like big and strong, like Luka really is. Like, and even these like other dudes, like like bigger guys, he just like throws them off and throws them around, pushes them around. It's so crazy to see. I just wanted to note that whenever I see this when I saw Torrey Craig's name right here in the box, like, man, he wrapped him up, and like Luka just like, it's like he flung him off him. It was just so crazy to see. Like, Luka's so strong, big, so good, so skilled. He's basically like LeBron with except for the athleticism. He's got a better shot. And man, this is awesome to see for a Mavs fan. We got major contributions from obviously Luka. And then you get what we need, and Brunson's stepping up and being consistent. We just need, your consistent amount of points, about 16, got 18. We needed his consistent 15 to 20 for Brunson at least, and he got 18. And then, of course, we need one of the other guys to step up. Reggie steps up, hit 5 threes, so that's really good. Had his playoff career high 19. Dodo, then, of course, he played big on the defensive end. Offensively, only 1 3. But it was a corner three too that they barely showed. Like the cameraman too in this game, they gotta step there. Whoever did the cameraman for this ESPN game, they gotta step their game up. Or whoever it was, not really the cameraman. It was probably whoever's behind the scenes putting what should be on the TV screen. Man, they were late on some shots here, and we're like, just what happened? Like especially on that corner three that that Dodo made. It was like the camera view was like just late on getting there. And you're like, dude, we just missed a whole possession. Like, what are y'all doing, ESPN? Oh yeah, shout out ESPN. Watch the morning shows. Kind of get myself up, love listening to some sports talk and whatnot. Especially now, playoff time. I want to hear what they're kind of saying about the Mavs and shit. Guess what? They didn't talk shit about the Mavs today. It was really about this series. They didn't say anything on the shows today about this series. There's 1, 2, I'm trying to think, 3, 4. There's at least like 4 shows like on national TV cable, ESPN, TV shows where nothing was talked about this series. The only time they talked about it, Mark Stoudemire was a guest on a lot of shows today. And the only time they talked about this series in any way, it was just about the Suns and how good they were. And could this Suns team beat the Suns team Amari was on? And that shit. And, bro, that had me. I don't know about y'all, but as a Mavs fan, that shit has me heated. It eats at me whenever that shit happens. I'm just like, y'all really just doubting Dallas like this? Like, I get it. Like, the Suns are a better team, but y'all just really gonna shit on us like that? Like, the same way they talk about the whole Grizzlies war. Like, obviously, the Warriors are a better team. Like, obviously, if you want to talk about season-wide. But if we're looking at on paper, you know that the Warriors are technically, 3-time champ. Technically, they're the better team. But they get talked about so much, and the Grizzlies are down. The winner, it's like, and they get talked about so much. And this series, we're fighting, and we tied up tonight. But, we forced a game 7 or game 6 at least. Last game and everything. They just don't talk about us. And I don't know if that's the Mark Cuban effect. I don't know if that's just, the shade on Dallas they don't like because, football runs big here. And, Jerry Jones is, you either like him or you don't like him. And even sometimes, especially with the big media, that they just, I think that casts a shadow. Maybe, it's crazy to think that, that shadow could even come over. And that's why they don't really, Dallas, talk about Dallas like that. And honestly, I just think that they just thought this series was already going to be over, and they just didn't talk about it. So watch all tomorrow. Oh my gosh, they forced a game 7. That'd be really good. It's like, yeah, y'all didn't even talk shit about. Y'all didn't even give a preview. That's what makes me mad. It's like y'all can't even give a quick preview of the game, oh, what do y'all think about this game? They didn't even go over any of that for this Maverick game. This game 6. And I'm just like mind blown because they went over all the other games, talked so long about all the other games, Harden, fucking Grizzlies, them talking about Draymond, all that. Nothing about the Bucks, Celtics, all that. Nothing about this series. So I hope the Mavericks somehow through the vine hear about how they're just getting disrespected from the outside media, which I'm sure they know. They know on the inside. They know they're getting disrespected by the outside. So yeah, it's good to come out, especially on a game like this, Game 6, where our backs are against the wall. We usually play well, and especially learning from the past and playing the Clippers the past 2 years in the postseason. I think we learned to play with our backs against the wall and, not give up. And that showed tonight. We just, put our foot on their throat tonight, really, and finished them off just like how they did to us last game. And, came out with a blowout win. And hopefully this now going to Game 7, man, where anything, I'll say it again, I'm going to keep saying it, where anything can happen in Game 7. Man, this is good momentum to ride in. You want to be the team that at least wins that Game 6 going into Game 7. That hopefully we can just capture some of this, carry this momentum. We'll have 2 days off because Game 7 is until Sunday, and I don't think they have up. I'm trying to do a quick search. I don't think they have up the times yet because they're still waiting on I think the Bucks Celtics series to finish to see what theirs is. Yeah, they're still waiting to see if there needs to be a Game 7 between the Bucks Celtics tomorrow night, and if the who's up. It's the Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks are up. Yeah, the Bucks are up 3-2. If the Celtics force a Game 7 on Sunday, then I'm pretty sure the Bucks Celtics game will be first, and then it'll be the Suns Mavericks will be the later game. That's usually how it is, especially East Coast teams. They always play usually first. So I could definitely see the Bucks Celtics Game 7 happening Sunday first, and then the Mavericks game be the later game. So be prepared. It's happening Sunday. Don't know what time yet, but keep update. Hopefully by the time y'all are listening, y'all know more than me. But yeah, we'll play Sunday, Game 7 Sunday, where anything can happen. I hope this carries over the momentum. Good to see Spencer finally step up and have a great game. We need him to, so hopefully this is like that spark. Brunson came in, played aggressive. Reggie aggressive. Dodo's still aggressive, at least on the defensive, and we know he could be aggressive offensively. But defensively, being aggressive. Then these role players, stepping up like Kleba, and as I said, really just Kleba and Dinwiddie and Frank Ntilikina off the bench. Good, defense. Even Bertans out there doing great. Like there was some. He only had 3 free throws, makes 3 out of 4. But he's played solid defense. Like he's no like scrub really on defense. You can't just say he's just an open door. He plays hard and he tries to get his hand up. He gets a hand up in the face of the defender. I know he did it when Miles Bridges had it. He forced him into some Miles Bridges taking some was it pull around or turn around fadeaway like middies and stuff where usually doesn't. Those are shots that usually Miles or Bridges that really needs to be taken. So that's good by him, and he always makes good contests. And whoever's he's guarding, has the guard right there, out there. He always makes good contests and always does really good. And especially don't play too much, 8 minutes. If he's hitting, he's hitting. If not, they take him out. But does solid at least defensively while he's out there. Of course, we don't leave him out there too long for them to start picking on him, but. Usually when he's out there, he does solid out there, to me at least. But, at least like in a hustle type way. He hustles. He's not just some slack on defense. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. He at least hustles on defense. And Spencer Dinwiddie and Frank Ntilikina are big. And hopefully, Frank Ntilikina, this can definitely carry over. He's done it last game or last 2 games whenever he started getting minutes. Game 3, I think, when he started getting minutes from the Josh Green. We started winning. This stuff can carry over because all he's got to do is just stay aggressive on the defensive end. And offensively, it just kind of carries over. He's just out there, spilling minutes. Spencer Dinwiddie, on his side, did really good shooting. And hopefully this shit carries over because we need him to step up. He had 15 points and 3 assists, so that was good for him. Finding people at a steal, too, in there. But good to see him pop off, and hopefully that next game, now the defense maybe slide up on him, and he's able to attack more and get to the rim and maybe open up for other buckets for other people with these passes and getting to the paint, because that's what we needed to do is just keep getting to the paint and kicking it out and getting more shots up, and it all starts with how we win, and that's all offense, but how we win is defensively. We have to come out with the mindset ready to play defense and be on our switches and be on our P's and Q's, defensively. But great showing for the Mavs, man. Everybody just played their role. We had a Luka Magic type game. It wasn't a huge Luka game, but 33 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, almost a triple double with 4 steals, only 1 turnover. Great stuff by him, and then just solid role play by everybody else. And then you got a little bit more extra instead of Dodo and Reggie kind of splitting up around 10 apiece. You got Reggie hitting hitting for 19 points. So. Good stuff by the Mavs. Just great win. What you want to see in this game 6 with our backs against the wall, come out in blowout fashion, get a win. Shows we're confident. We're not scared of this team. When we play our backs against the wall, we're going to play aggressive. So hopefully this carries, because that's Game 7 is win or go home. Anything can happen, man. Fucking. As I said, Bertans come in and go flamethrower mode, hit 6 threes in the Game 7. Like, things like that can just happen. Anything can happen. Basically a 1-game elimination, win or go home. And that makes it exciting. And I know as just an NBA fan, it's exciting to watch Game 7s. So, especially now a Mavs fan, being a Game 7 scenario with, fucking lit and especially against the Suns, who everyone's just counting us out against, counting us out, counting us out, counting us out. Like, the Mavs are really showing fight. And no matter what happens now, for sure, the Mavs can go, if we win or lose this Game 7, we will go to sleep with, resting. Of course, Luka probably will still be mad or won't win a championship, which, he should be like that. But us as Mavs fans, we can go to bed peacefully at night, knowing that our Mavs took the Suns to a 7-game series in the second round of the playoffs, the defending Western Conference champs. We took them to a 7-game series in the second round. So the Mavs fans, honestly, that pressure is now all on Phoenix. The pressure is on in Phoenix. If they don't win, man, if this Mavs team gets the upset, man, it's going to be big, man. This is going to be big. And I know this city's going to be lit that we're in the West Conference Finals. So, yeah, man, I hope y'all are ready. Game 7 Sunday. Adjustments and stuff, there's not really much to talk about. I don't think I'll have a show till the next game because at this point, there's no real adjustments. It's who goes out there and just wants it more. Who's executing their plays right? Who's executing really their defensive schemes, what they want to do to the other team right? Forcing, like we did tonight, we forced them, off their threes, out of their comfort zone, making them take a lot of mid-range shots, pull-up twos that they don't want to take, really, because they like to shoot threes too, or at least get all the way to the paint. So, just gotta, whoever, shows up and does what they're supposed to do, executes their game plan, we'll win the game. Which, obviously when you say it like that, but, what I'm saying is whoever brings the energy wins the game. Whoever's ready to play, that's all it is. Everyone knows what the other team's going to do and all that type of shit. It's just effort. It's all about effort. Game 7 is just all about effort. Who's ready? Effort, and it's just who's got the cojones? Who's got the fucking balls? The fucking balls to step up in a Game 7. I'm fucking pumped because I know Luka's got them balls. Step up. No homo. We've seen Luka step up Game 7 last year. 46 points, 14 assists in a Game 7. And then the year before was it Game 6, an elimination game, 30-something, almost 40 points and some whatever crazy stat line. Yo. And what we say those 2 years, if Luka just had some help, we could have passed that game. The elimination game 2 years ago, and then last year, Game 7, we just had some help. We could have won that game. And that 40, whatever points he scored, however many it was, would have counted for something, something good, positive, in a win. And now this year, it seems like Luka does have that help, especially when we're just on it and we're aggressive. Luka does have help out there. And, we got shooters. So, shooters shoot. So, hopefully we're taking them. We're taking these shots. We're playing with house money now. House money, Game 7. All the pressure is on Phoenix because if we win, nobody picked us to win. So, it's a huge upset. If they lose, man, that's huge on them, man. If they win, they're supposed to win. But if they lose, woo-wee. Oh, man, all the talk Monday is going to be crazy about the Suns, after that. And then, of course, the Mavs are going to start getting pumped up. All the national media start talking about us now. I can't wait for it. I would love to see that. But, yeah, man, make them eat crow, eat the words. But, hopefully, man, I'm excited, bro. Game 7, anything can happen. I hope y'all are pumped up. I'm pumped up tonight. I'm done. I'm going to go ahead inside and enjoy the rest of this victory with my family. Party with them, celebrate for the night. It's awesome to see. Y'all get ready. Game 7 on Sunday. Win or go home. Awesome. And the Mavs Rundown, this Mavs Rundown podcast is free on YouTube, along with Spotify and Anchor app. If you want to follow on Twitter, it's at Mavs_Rundown. And yo, I'm AG. Thanks for listening, everyone out there. Get ready for Game 7. And remember, guys, cool heads prevail. And I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.